Today is Tuesday, November 11th. Welcome to episode 9 of the In the Huddle podcast. I'm your host, Kane White. November is here, and it's cold. November. Brr. I'm sounding like Gucci Mane out here. It's so cold. Gucci Mane, his tag that he would have in some of his songs, the rap legend Gucci Mane, Burr. One of his favorite that Gucci Mane's on when you hear Burr. I think my favorite fun fact about Gucci Mane is NASCAR legend Martin is a huge fan of Gucci Mane. That's very rare coming from a NASCAR legend that Gucci Mane is one of his favorite artists, if not his favorite artist. I believe he answered that question on a podcast. I do love some Martin. You know, the fact that he grew up and cut his teeth and was raised around the Batesville area. I was a huge fan of his growing up. Probably a top 3 favorite athlete of mine of all time. I watched Martin so many times as a young one. Would love to have him on the podcast. That's a dream guest right there. I'll tell you what, get Martin on In the Huddle. I've never had the chance to meet him, but I would love to. Like I said, just grew up watching him. And I tell you what, 10-year-old Kane White cried grown man tears in the 2007 Daytona 500 when Martin got beat by about 2 feet at the line by Kevin Harvick. Maybe one of the top 5 hardest times I've cried in my life. So Martin's a hero of mine. Would love to get him on the podcast. Definitely a dream guest. Hey, anyway, regardless. Talked about him being from Batesville, Arkansas. You know who else is from Batesville, Arkansas? And that's Mr. Tyson Franks with Raptor Designs, repping it right here today. Tyson Franks and Raptor Designs, he cooked up the In the Huddle merch, the camo hoodies that are rolling out right now. Man, those are some great looking hoodies, and he did a fantastic job on them. The quality on them are fantastic. Tyson runs his own screen printing and embroidery, custom apparel, vinyl wraps, and now custom race suits shop right there in Batesville, Arkansas. He's a man of many hats. Speaking of hats, he might be doing some In the Huddle hats for us here soon. So keep your eye out for those. Tyson's a great man and did a great job with the merch, and enjoyed my conversation with him when I went over to pick up the camo hoodies. Ready to get back over there and see what he's got in mind for the next In the Huddle merch drop. Been a quick intro, and I want it to be quick because I feel like that the conversation that I had with the guest I had on this episode was fantastic. I enjoyed myself so much in episode 9. And so I'm going to quit yapping and I'm just going to get on with it because this young man deserves his spot in the Huddle spotlight for however big the spotlight is. I'm not, bragging or being egotistic, but this young man deserves all the attention because it was a fantastic conversation. And I can't wait for you all to hear it. I talked about Martin being a dream guest of mine. This young man, he's right up there close to it. I'm super excited that I got the opportunity to have this young man on. He's a busy young man. He's got a lot going on for him. He's got a bright, bright future ahead. He is on the Ray Guy Award watch list for 2025. He is the starting punter for the Arkansas Razorbacks. La Jolla, California native. It's time to get in the huddle with Mr. Devin Bale. We are live in studio for episode 9 of the In the Huddle podcast with the one and only Mr. Devin Bale himself. Devin, how's it going, big guy?
Going well. We got bye week right now. Things are good. Yeah, it's going well.
Absolutely. I know from experience, bye weeks at that level are really important. They're really nice. So you got any big plans for the bye week?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend, we're going down to Iowa. We're going to go to the basketball game, go to the football game, Iowa versus Oregon. So that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It's exciting to be able to watch a football game because we're always playing. So I'm excited.
I feel the same even about coaching. I mean, when I just get to go watch one as a fan, it's nice, and that is going to be a great game. Big time
Hmm.
implications on that one. So glad you get to enjoy your bye week. I know last year, man, those were huge for not only
Hmm.
your physical state but your mental as well. So. Um,
Totally.
but man, thank you so much for coming on. Going, yeah, I know you're going through the grind of a big time season, and so just thank you for taking a little bit of time to come on and talk to all those great listeners out there. So,
Of course.
um, I don't think I ever asked you this when I was coaching you up last year. When did you even start punting, Devin?
Okay, I started punting freshman year of high school, so
Okay,
that was the first year I started kicking and punting. First year I played football, so I mean, it was freshman year, and they're like, "Hey, who can kick? Who can punt?" So we had a competition with the whole team, and I went out there, and I mean, I pretty much beat the competition pretty clear. So they knew that I was going to do that as well.
and so with like no training, no coaching, you just went out there and did it, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I played soccer forever, and that was my favorite sport. So I always had a big leg in soccer, and I kind of knew that was going to be like something that could carry over in football.
Well, that just shows you're an actual athlete, man. You
There we
at
go.
the high school level, you just take your best athlete and let him go back there and punt for the most part. So
Yep, football player.
absolutely. So you start kicking and punting as a freshman. At what point did you say, "Hey, I think I can do this thing at a high level and go play college ball and go punt"?
So I always thought originally I was going to be a kicker. Just, I mean, that was just something. It was a little bit more came easier to me off the bat, just because it was like soccer and the natural swing of kicking the ball off the ground, and that was something that I didn't really get coached until my like end of sophomore year, junior year. That's when I started working with Coach Carney,
Okay,
and he really helped me a lot. I went up there, and it's about 30 45 minutes away where we go train, and I went out there with one of my soccer buddies. He was my goalkeeper, and he went to Torrey Pines, which was a good high school back in San Diego, and he was their kicker and their punter. And he took me out. He's like, "Hey, come see Coach Carney. Like, you have a crazy leg. Like, let's work together." So went out there. I was a little nervous at first because it was I never went to camps or did any of that, but I
right.
got out there. It's just great kids, and I met a bunch of friends through that. And then pretty much junior year, that's when I really like realized like, okay, I can do something with this. And then that's kind
Yeah.
of when I started focusing on it and training with Carney like pretty much weekly outside of season because it was hard to do in season. But yeah, pretty much junior to senior season.
That's awesome. And so you go to Northern Colorado, and not many people know this. At Northern Colorado during your time there, you kicked extra points, you kicked off, and you punted.
Hmm.
And for those of you out
And I held.
that don't know a lot of special teams, that's really hard to do. That's like playing two ways in high school. I mean, doing all three of those is really tough. So what was that like?
Yeah, so my freshman year, I came in and I actually got recruited as a kicker,
Right.
and I was competing against a senior, Ben Raybon. He ended up going to Mississippi State my sophomore year, which was cool because he made it to a bigger school and he did his thing. But that first year, I was competing well with him. He definitely had a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt just because, he's an older guy, had a really strong leg. He was a lefty, so it was a little bit different for our holders, and our holders were the backup quarterbacks. So we didn't get
Right.
as much work as we do at Arkansas because it's a little bit more specialized. Um, but yeah, so I go in as a kicker. I ended up hurting my groin just from over kicking because I was really like stressing and like kicking. I was like, I want to play. I want to play. So hurt my groin a little bit. So kicking, I kind of stopped kicking a little bit for a few weeks, and then I started punting, and I always did the punting as well, and like the back of my hand. But I was also competing against Caleb Brickhouse, who he's a very good punter, a very strong leg, and they pretty much like he was pretty much going to be the guy. And I went out there one day, and it was like, all right, I'm going to start like charting my punts, and we go to live, and I just started booming the ball, and it didn't hurt my groin at all. And it was the first practice. We did lives, and I mean, I think I didn't hit a ball that was below 50 yards. And at that altitude, Northern Colorado is like high altitude, so
Yeah.
the ball carries up there.
Right.
And I mean, I was just catching the ball and swinging my leg, and I was just making good contact, and the ball was flying. And then I had the defensive coordinator. He told me, he's like, "Dude, where did you learn to punt?" I was like, "Coach, I've always been able to do it." He's like, "You didn't tell me you were this good at it." And I was like, just kicking the ball. And so that's kind of when I started focusing on punting. And then yeah, that freshman year, I punted after game 2 or 3. Um, our punter, who wasn't doing too hot, he had a few shanks. He hit the ball well, but he had too many shanks, too many mishits. That kind of gave me an opportunity to go in and show what I can do. So by game, I think it was I can't remember, it was 2 or 3. We played Houston Baptist, and that's when I got the start. And um, first punt, it was like 39 yards. It was a decent hit, not great,
Yeah.
but the guy fumbled the ball, and we got the ball back. So that was pretty exciting.
Of
And
course.
then the next punt I had, I actually hit the ground with the toe of my cleat. Ball went maybe 20 yards. So they took me back out, and I was like, dang it, like just blew my opportunity. I was pretty upset. So I didn't play the rest of that game. Game 3, we go in Northern Arizona. Our starting punter, had 2 mishits, like pretty bad mishits off the rip, to start the game. So they threw me in, and then I hit like a 50-yard ball. Like the guy like muffed it, and then he ended up getting on the ball. And then I think I averaged that game with like 48, 49 yards. So on like 5 punts. So I ended up like all the nerves went away after
That's
that.
just another day in the office for you.
Yeah. So that's when the punting really took over, and I didn't do kickoffs or field goals that year,
Okay.
just because we had Ben. So that year I just punted, and
Gotcha.
then we go into my sophomore year. So Ben was a senior; he left. Caleb ended up transferring. So it was me, a freshman long snapper, and a freshman kicker. That was our only specialist. We had 3.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a little unique. It was different there. Practices were a lot of just us coaching each other and working on the separate field, kind of, just catch the ball, kick the ball, really just focusing on like hitting a good ball, not focusing too much on like the technicalities of it, just
Right.
because we were just young. And we were just young. It was kind of just us, and our coach was the tight end coach. He also worked with linebackers. Well, he was really linebackers coach. He did some tight ends and he did special teams, but it was a little hard to get like strict coaching, just because he had another job, which we
Right.
understood. But yeah, so that sophomore year, I did kickoffs and I started punting, and I was the holder. And then our freshman kicker, he's a very good kicker, and turned out to be like me. He came in as a kicker and he started punting, and now he's at San Diego State. His name's Hunter Green. So
Yeah.
he's one of my really good friends. He's a dog. I remember you were looking at him to get to Arkansas.
Sure was. Look, watch some film on that guy. He's got a good leg.
Yeah, crazy leg, yeah, and he's grown a lot. But yeah, it's crazy because I remember him when he first got there. I mean, shy kid, mellow, very quiet, and now he's a grown man. I mean, he's way bigger than me. He's like 225, like he's huge. Um, but yeah, so after like a few games, he wasn't doing too hot, so they put me in. So then I did kickoffs, field goals, and I punted.
Wow.
And then I did that for the rest of the season, and then ended up leaving and coming to Arkansas.
Man, that's an incredible story. And like I said, doing all 3, how taxing was that on the body? Or did you just gut through it because you're a beast?
It It was a little bit taxing, not as much as it would be now, just because I'm getting a little older. But I mean, honestly, like I did that in high school. That's what I kept telling my coach. I'm like, I did all of it in high school when I was a receiver. So I definitely got banged up more in high school than I did in college, and I kind of was just happy to be on the field. So it really didn't affect me that much.
I love that. I love that. He's just a
Hmm.
dog. He's got that dog in him. So
There,
you go to Northern Colorado. You do all 3. You've got an interesting career there. You transfer to Arkansas. You kind of sit out a year, and now here you are as we talk. You're in your second year as the starting punter. What's the biggest difference in punting in the SEC and then punting at a place like Northern Colorado?
um, let's see. Honestly, it's just consistency. Consistency with my op time, just being under, catch to kick being under 1.3 seconds.
Right.
The whole operation with Ashton giving me a good snap. That's got to be under 2.3. Realistically, we're sitting at a 2.1, but um, and then consistency with my footwork and hitting the ball, getting consistent field zone, making sure that I punt the ball in the right spot so our
Right.
coverage can go down and make a play and be where they're supposed to be. I put the ball where I'm supposed to be. Our coverage goes where they're supposed to be. Real simple game. Um,
Absolutely.
but it's just hard to do that every time. But I mean, I've gotten way better at it. I mean, all those little things at the end of the day, you're just catching the ball and kicking the ball. So I'm trying to like keep it simple, but really it's just consistency and trying to be as perfect as you can. You don't have a lot of room for error, especially in the SEC. So,
No doubt.
oh, and the other thing, those returners. We watch
Woo!
those returners every week. Those guys know how to run, know how to catch. So you can't kick the ball too far. You got to have good hang, good field zone. You can't give them a chance to return it because they're really, really good athletes and they'll make something out of it.
No doubt. We faced some elite returners last year when I was there with
Mhm.
you, and you always did a really good job of keeping it away from them. And one of them is on the team now, and Cam Shanks.
Yeah.
So you did a good job of keeping it away from those guys.
Totally.
But that's one thing that people that are just general watchers of the game don't quite understand. You're not just catching the ball and kicking it. You've got to put it in a precise location because of the coverage team. That's a game
Totally.
within the game that I enjoy so much, and a lot of people don't understand.
And you can make up, like, say you don't hit the ball as clean as you normally do, but you get in a good field zone, you get it close to the sideline. That kind of makes up for, a lower hang time hit.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, reverse it. You have a really good punt, super good hang time. If it's closer to the middle of the field, it's still probably going to be covered because we have guys that are going to be able to get down there with the hang time. But yeah, it's totally that's a huge part of what we do. I mean, you know how it is with the offset snap and all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You talked about your operation time with Ashton and your relationship with him. When I had Ashton on the podcast, I spoke about him and how he was one of the most coachable players that I've ever coached at any level. And I can say the same about you. Watching you two on a daily basis work together and master your craft was truly awesome. And now watching as a fan, it feels just as special to me, even though I'm watching from afar. Speak on how important yours and Ashton's relationship is and how it leads to success on the field.
Totally. So, I mean, before we get there, it was really cool because I came on my visit. Here he is right here, actually. Come here, buddy.
We're about to have a pop in.
Special guest right here.
Is there room for a special guest on here?
Of course there is. There's always room for you, big guy.
Ashton Ngo, the snapper.
Sit on the cooler.
So yeah, pretty much what I was saying, like before we get to like all the fine details of like the snapping and the punting, like he was the first kid that I met on my visit. So I came to Arkansas not knowing where it was on the map. I didn't know anything about, Arkansas. Right here, take this shit.
You got it going on here now.
You like the lights? I just decorated it for Christmas.
Looks great. It looks great. But
this is a first, by the way.
so
Let's stop you. This is awesome. This is not planned.
No,
we've got dual guests on. Bring it on.
Go.
Yeah, so we got here and we met each other. We didn't know a thing about each other. He knew a little bit more about Arkansas because he's from Kansas, so it was closer. But for me, it was really just like different, very different.
Yeah.
Especially like the people and just everything. So I get here, we end up moving in together. And then we also had Owen Lawson. We love Big O, miss that kid.
Big O.
But I mean, we've just grown a great friendship that like has truly helped with like the process of punting and snapping. Like I trust him like with my life. I trust him out there on the field. So I'm never worried that he's going to give me a bad snap. I'm always I'm never worried he's going to get down the field and cover. Like he's always doing the right stuff. And I mean, it helped too because we both came in together and we sat that first year
For sure.
which was tough for both of us.
Yeah.
Had some highs, had some lows, but it really shaped like how we work and like how we got to where we are. In both of us. I mean, we wouldn't change it. We wouldn't change it for anything.
But today's climate of college football, I mean, that's a huge compliment to you guys is you guys sticking with it and not jumping to another school and sticking with the process and staying together. And it's paid off tenfold for you two now.
Totally.
I mean, there were times we probably thought about it, but
it's hard not to think about.
I mean, I don't think I ever had to talk you off the ledge in the office. So
no. We feel like we should have been playing, and then we were like, just go somewhere else and play.
So thank God by the time I got there, you guys had already put yourselves in good spots, and so I got the happy versions of both of you.
100%.
So this couldn't have worked out any better. So my next question was about how you became a captain on the football team and how rare it is for a punter to become a captain on a football team. Well, guess what? So is the guy next to you. The long snapper is also a captain. How cool is that? How did that come about? What are your feelings when you go out for the coin toss every game? For both of you can answer that.
100%. It's a dream come true. I remember in high school, I always dreamed about playing in the SEC, like ever since I started playing football. And like when I got to Northern Colorado, I just had to work really hard because I was a walk-on, and I got my offer really late. And I had a great strength coach there. His name's Coach Hill, Tyler Hill.
Okay.
He is now the strength coach at Tennessee, and he's kind of worked his way up to the SEC as well. So
Right.
he really set the tone for me and my work ethic, which it paved the way for me when I got to Arkansas. It was just grind. Like, you got to start over. You're going to start from the bottom. You're lower on the depth chart. You got to work your way up. And that first year was tough for both of us. And then we both had talked to our parents. We were upset, and we just realized we have to do something different to stand out. And we really just took that to heart every day, one day at a time, going in the weight room, going in the meeting rooms, responding to coach, yes, sir, no, sir, whether you wanted to say something back or you wanted to argue about it or discuss something, you just have to say yes, sir, no, sir, and realize that the coaching, and whether it's the strength staff or the head coach or the special teams coach, it's all coming from a place of love.
Absolutely.
We really just fixed our mentalities. And it wasn't like we had bad mentalities, but there's always room to improve. So we just worked on like things that we could control. And in that weight room, me and Noah were grinding in that weight room. You could tell like light and day. Danny Wheeler had texted me and Noah, and he told us like it's light and day difference between the work ethic between us. And then just being more consistent and helping lead the guys, being good friends to everyone on the team, and just showing like the team how much we wanted it and how much we cared. And over time, we grew a bond with damn near anyone on the team. I feel like I can talk to any of the guys and get them fired up. And we're only specialists, but we have a good impact for the guys, and we can get them going. We can talk to them, get them fired up. We'll go out there and make plays. And both of us want to be on the kickoff team. Like, I want to be on kickoff return. I want to go hit someone. You know what I mean? So,
put him at the predator spot. Let's go.
Yeah, no kidding. That was, I think, one thing that has helped me and Devin. I think both of us, we were never really complacent in where we were.
Of course.
We got to Arkansas, and I feel like kind of through our whole journey, it's just kind of been like you're the underdog guy, right?
Right.
Like, you go to a junior college or you go to like a smaller Division I school, and then it's just kind of like you're working your way up the chain. So you kind of get here, and we weren't just complacent and like, okay, we made it to Arkansas. Like, so what? We're here now, right?
Right.
Like, we wanted to play. Like, we wanted to make a difference. And then even now that we are playing, it's still like, even if you have a good game, like, you're not looking back at all the good stuff you did, right? You're looking back on what can I get better at, because at the next level, it's those things that are really going to help you stick out and prepare you to get there. So I think that's kind of where our head's at now, and how we've kind of gotten to where we got. And it's just we were never stuck and complacent with where we were. We're always kind of looking for the next best thing and like what's ahead of us. So
absolutely. And that's a great mindset to have. And no matter the amount of success you have or how you define success in your life, those of us that are always striving to find more success will come, and more doors will open. And that's happened in both of your lives. And so, just as your former coach and as now a fan of you and as a friend of you, every time I see that C on y'all's chest, I know that you've earned it. And I'm extremely proud of both of you for earning that role. That wasn't just given, that was earned. And so continue to represent yourselves and the team well on a week to week basis, because it's something really special to watch.
Sure. 100%. It's a blessing. It's everything we've worked for.
Absolutely. So, this question was kind of tailored towards Devin, but Ashton can also.
I can get out of here. I'll let you guys get back.
You're not. No, you're not. You're not gone yet. I'm not letting you off the hook, big guy. So most people think a specialist is just kickers, punters, or snappers, but Devin, you're a heck of an athlete. Every time you kick or punt the ball, you're covering that thing full speed. Ashton, every time you snap, you're one of the first guys down the field. Where's that motivation to cover like that? Where does that come from both of you?
I honestly, to me, it really comes down to a simple thing. Like, I don't look at us as, specialists. I look at us as football players.
Yes.
There's 11 of us out there. Like, no matter what, we're on the field. Like, let's make a difference. And it's especially cool when you do make a big play, you go make a big hit, you make a tackle. you have an impact. It really motivates the other guys on the team. Like I remember it was one of the first kind of bigger hits, big tackles I had last year, and everyone everyone was so fired up. And then we go out there for the next kickoff, and I was like, hey, let's go do this. Let's do this again. And you could see the whole everyone on kickoff was just fired up, and they're ready to kill the returner.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I mean, also the other thing is like I want 0 return yards every kick, every punt. And if he tries to return it, I take offense to it because I'm going to go make the tackle. If you want to return it, you're going to have to get through my guys and me. So pretty simple.
I would love to see the stats before Ashton answers this on your top speed on your punt against Arkansas State. You're 62-yard and you run down and make the tackle. I mean, did we hit 22 miles an hour there, Devin?
Yeah, the computer said 100.
Yeah, I think
I believe it.
Yeah, I think it was up there. I ended up after I made that tackle, I ended up getting a concussion. So I mean, that one. Yeah, I didn't remember the score of the game or who we were playing. I thought it was a kickoff actually, but
gosh,
that one I was going all out on that one.
He's a freak, running reckless abandon, running down there. Ashton, you've made a bunch of plays in coverage as well. And I think we talked about this when I had you on, but, talk about the technicalities of it. And when you snap the ball, you might have to block and then you got to go cover, kind of talk about what all goes through your head during a punt.
I try not to I'm not trying to think too much about it.
That's the biggest thing. So you can go play free, right?
Right. Obviously you're worried about the punt first. And I think I kind of mentioned this before too, is it all comes down to preparation for me, right?
Right.
I have a good week of preparation and I'm confident going into the game, and it is what it is for me. Like everybody can go out there. You can find, like we talked about, me and Devin not being complacent with where we are, right?
Of course.
Like you want to be the best at what you do. I think that's kind of where our head is. Like you don't want to be average. Like you can find 100 guys that can go out and snap the ball or go kick the ball, right?
For sure.
But like what's going to separate you? So like Devin going down as a kicker to go make a play on kickoff, like that's going to separate him from somebody else that can just kick the ball, right? Like he wants to go down there and make a play.
Exactly.
So I think any way you can bring value to yourself in that area, just being a little bit different, I think that helps. So, I mean, that's kind of where my head is. I'm sure Devin's is too, is just like, what are you doing different?
Makes sense. Just going above and beyond. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got about 3 or 4 more questions here. And now I've kind of, and by the way, I'm not following this thing like a movie script. Obviously this was a surprise that Ashton came on, but there are things that I have in mind that I want to ask. And so Ashton, this is something that I didn't ask you when I had you on. Devin, you're obviously a California kid, San Diego born and raised. Ashton, you're from Kansas. What was it like coming from those two places to Fayetteville? What was the culture shock like? I'll start with you, Devin.
So for me, it was definitely very different. I remember the first time I kind of realized was when I got that phone call from Coach Fountain. I heard his voice and hey, Devin, how you doing? It's Coach Fountain, Special Teams Coordinator, University of Arkansas. That I've never heard that thick of an accent. And that's why I was like, okay, wow, like not what I was expecting. And then coming down here is really just the people. That was the main thing for me. I mean, me and my dad got here. We stayed at the Graduate. It was really close to University of Arkansas. It was just the hospitality. I mean, you totally got this sense of Southern hospitality that I've never really felt back in California. I think back in California, they're good people, but I think they're just a little bit, they keep to themselves a little bit more. Like walking down, it's my wife. But yeah, like walking down the road, like you can say hello to people and have like a simple 10-second conversation. Hey, how's your day going? How you doing? Simple stuff like that happens more often than it does in California.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then just the nature too. I mean, the wilderness, the nature. It's a beautiful state. Never been around this much nature. And I mean, I love it. It's beautiful. The lakes, the trees, the hills, all of it. It's beautiful.
Just can't surf here.
That's true. You can wake surf though. We've done that before.
You can do a little surfing on the lake. Ashton, was the culture change as big for you as it was, Devin?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was super big. But I will say on the football side of things, I felt like when I came on my visit here well, let me start off by saying this. I didn't think that you could get this kind of like lakes and hills being from like 4 hours from Kansas. I didn't think that was possible.
Right.
I didn't know anything about this place when I got here, and I would have thought I was in the mountains.
Well,
if
if you come 4 hours this way on the other side of Arkansas, it looks more like Kansas. And so you guys are in the beautiful part of Arkansas, but onward.
That's what I figured. That's what I figured what Arkansas was. But when I came on my visit, I felt like football side of things, everybody was really for us. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like everybody that I was around, everybody that I talked to, like everybody was for football. Like everybody had my best interest at heart. So I think that was something that really stuck out to me. Obviously, a little bit different than coming from a junior college, right?
Of course.
But coming here, like even if you're not a part of the football team or like on the football staff, still everybody I feel like in this area is for the football team, which is what stuck out to me.
No doubt. The state of Arkansas does love the Hogs. We're all Hogs down here.
Go Hogs.
Absolutely, go Hogs. All right.
So, all righty. Hey, I'm out of here.
You're out? Dude, thanks for hopping in, man. Thanks for hopping in.
Anytime.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Love you, Coach.
Love you, big guy. Special event, man. No doubt. All right. So back to just Devin. That was super cool, though. I love things that happen randomly. And that, man, I'm gonna cherish that forever. I really am. All right. So here's a hypothetical for you. You've got to survive a zombie apocalypse. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Apocalypse. Here we go. What 3 teammates are you recruiting to help you survive?
That's a good one. Going with Ashton Ngo. There he is. Going with Ashton Ngo. That's the number one. All-around athlete. I mean, he lifts a lot of weight. He's quick.
He does lift a lot of weight.
Knows how to shoot a gun. He can handle himself.
That's important. That's important in this scenario.
Very important. Very important. Who else? This is a good question. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Sorry.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Sorry.
Yes.
Yep. He's an animal. He's a demon on the football field. He knows how to hunt too. He loves the wilderness. He always has to go fishing. So he's a good guy. He's a good guy to have on your side. One more. Let me see. Ooh. Who else? Who else would I want? Man.
While you think, go ahead.
I think I'm going to take. I got 2 options here.
Okay.
Steven Dix or Max Schmidley. Steven Dix is a workhorse.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's shredded to the bone. I mean, you could probably take million zombies on at once. That kid is an animal. Max Schmidley, on the other hand, what a great guy. He'd keep the hopes up. He'd keep my mind right. He's also a workhorse. I mean, there's no one as big as Steven Dix, though, but definitely one of those 2.
Schmidley is a big-time morale guy, and Steven Dix with a shirt off might be the scariest human on planet Earth.
100%.
You know, if it's me choosing, I think a healthy Andreas Poshka would just add straight fear factor to the zombies.
I like that.
I love me some AP, man. He would always come into the office and we
he just got a little back surgery.
Yeah, I know, and that broke my heart, man. Because I just love him and his I guess you could say aura, just what he brings into a room. He's always happy, and man, I love that guy, and I hate that for him.
I know, I agree.
But those are all good answers. And 2 specialists making the cut makes my heart really happy. 2 guys that I've been around a lot. So, you know, one moment that I cherish with you, and something that you may have not thought of since this happened, but I believe it was 2 nights before the bowl game when I told everybody that I was done. You came into my hotel room there at the Peabody in Memphis, and we just sat in my hotel room for probably 3 hours and just talked. And I learned so much more about you that I didn't know, just because we were so busy. And
I mean, it's always football.
It always is. And we just sat and talked, and we showed each other videos from things we had done and just talked about life. And I wanted you to know that I cherish that memory as much as anything. And so that was really special to me. But that night I learned that you go to a ton of EDM festivals, electronic dance music festivals.
Yeah, I love the house music.
Me too. You kind of turned me on to it. I was a fan like in high school when Avicii was around, and you kind of got me back on that vibe. But have you ever thought of making your own house music or getting on the laptop and messing around with DJing?
I haven't. It's too many buttons. I've tried.
Too many buttons.
I have. It's too many buttons. I have. I mean, all my best friends back home, a lot of my crew, they love that stuff, especially just from California. A lot of my friends, they go to San Diego State, they go to University of Arizona, Boulder. A lot of them, I could tell you 10 of my friends that actually do that and make their own music, and they're very good at it.
Right.
I've sat down on that computer and tried to do it, and it talks about the BPMs and matching this, and then you got to remember this button. It's too much for me. I think I have some good ideas though. I think I could put some ideas together and they could do it. But yeah, I could never. I don't think I could do it unless maybe that's something that I could do in the off season and work on it. But I would have to start from scratch pretty much.
No doubt. A lot of buttons, man. A lot of buttons to press.
A lot of buttons. Mm-hmm.
So you're wrapping up your collegiate career. I asked Ashton this question to kind of wrap things up. What's next for DB37? We gonna try to keep playing, or what do we have in mind?
100%. That's the goal. That's always been the goal. I really believe I can make it. I believe I'm gonna make it. Especially through kind of my journey. Just knowing being the underdog and seeing what God-given abilities I have. I feel like it would be unfortunate if I didn't take that chance.
Absolutely.
And it's truly just the happiest I am. When I'm on that football field, and it's I love every part of it. I love the grind. I love the off season, the weight room workouts, the meetings, all of it. I really, really do love this sport, not just for the ability to play, but the ability to just surround myself by good people. I mean, making you having this connection, making you one of my coaches, and honestly such a good friend and mentor. These are some things that I will never forget, and it's kind of shaped me and surrounded me by the greatest people.
Of course.
And I wouldn't change anything about it. And I want to play as long as I can. Whenever this season's over and 20 something days, 30 days, then it's just going to be right back to the grind. I'm going to go back home to California, train with Coach Carney, Coach Novak, maybe work with Jamie Cole. I still haven't figured out the details of it, but just going to get back to training and hopefully get an invite to the combine, do pro day here, and do anything I can do to make it. But I'm gonna work as hard as I can to keep playing football.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got this guy right here in your corner as long as you do it. It actually is long in anything that you ever do. You've got this guy right here in your corner. But with your resilience, with the way you face adversity, with your work ethic, you can accomplish great things. And I love that you said, I'm going to. You didn't say I'm going to try. Mm-hmm. You said that you were going to. And then the fact that you have that confidence through the adversity and through all the tough times, the fact that you've built that confidence in yourself is huge. And as long as you keep God first and use the abilities that he gave
100%.
you, you're going to do great things, young man. And I'm telling you right now, whatever team picks up 3-7, I'm getting a jersey in every color.
Let's go.
I'm hanging one up in the podcast room. I'm probably going to wear it to the first day of school.
I'll get them for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, big guy, enjoy the rest of your bye week. Enjoy Iowa.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the season. It's going to be the last time that you'll be with this group of guys. And so you'll take in those little moments and keep being you. That's all you've got to be, is just be you, man. And it's going to handle itself. So I can't thank you enough for what you've done in my life. You helped me get through tough days up there on the hill. You've helped me create some of the best memories that I have. And I just cannot wait to see what's next for you. And man, God bless and keep going, big guy.
Thank you. And I'm going to say the same about you, Coach. I love you. It is an honor being able to be coached by you and now be your friend and mentor. I can always rely on you, and I know that, and I feel it all the time. So it's a blessing.
Love you too, man. And guess what? I'll see you in about 2 weeks in Austin. So
Let's go.
coming down to the UT game.
go.
So ready to see you ball out.
Horns down, baby.
I've got to
Horns-
flash it. I've got to flash it one time. Thanks for. Oh, we could stick it about right there. What I might just do, I might get the picture of you at graduation throwing the horns down over your diploma. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I'll have to clip that picture into the podcast. Picture of Devin walking across the graduation stage with his little horns down. So, man, thank you for your time. God bless. Go Hogs. Go Devin Bale, baby. Today's question of the day segment is brought to you by none other than Raptor Designs Incorporated, Mr. Tyson Franks. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's a specialist. Embroidery, custom apparel, custom race fire suits, race car wraps. Like I said, he can do it all. Go see Mr. Tyson Franks at Raptor Designs Incorporated for anything that you may need. Today's question of the day, I'm not even going to pull anything out of the hat. I'm going to go against my rules. We spoke about it in the intro a little bit. Dream guests. And I kind of just stumbled upon that one on my own. There's a lot. But top 3, Mark Martin, like I spoke about. Man, he's a hero of mine. Watching him every Sunday on TV with my grandpa. Some of the best memories of my life from 1999 all the way to 2010 whenever Mark Martin retired. Just cheering him on, whether it was in the number 6 car for Jack Roush or the number 01 U.S. Army car or the number 5 Kellogg's car there for Hendrick towards the end of his career. Huge Mark Martin fan. Like I said, I've never gotten the opportunity to meet him, and I would love to. I would love to sit down and talk with him. Baker Mayfield's got to be up there. Talked about him a little bit in the podcast. He has 2 qualities that I hold near and dear to my heart: the ability to fight adversity and the ability to motivate others. That's 2 big time qualities he has. He's a competitor. I love his fiery competitor spirit on the football field. Would like to have Baker Mayfield on. And then, of course, everybody's going to know this. If you know me, you know I love Morgan Wallen. If I could have Morgan Wallen on in the huddle, that would be pretty sweet. And that's obvious, right? He's the GOAT right now. He is. He's the best out right now, in my opinion. Would love to have Morgan Wallen on in the huddle. But anyway, that was a short question of the day segment. That'd be 3 big time dream guests that I would have, that I would like to have on In the Huddle. And there's a long list. There really is. But off the top of the head, bam, 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 those 3 would be awesome. Christmas has arrived in the studio. As you can see right here, got the lights on the mic, got the Santa in the hog uniform out, ready to roll. Can't wait for the holidays, and I hope you enjoy the holidays. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, spend time with those that you love. I love the holidays, and I hope your holidays are as special as mine are going to be. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.